viewers, welcome to another game of Schedule Pro Gamer. This is game number 2 out of best of 3 between Jaedong as EGJDRC, as the Zerg in the bottom right, and Liquid Taeja or Taeja as the Terran in the top right. So yeah, they are spawning close together, which means it is not forced cross positions map, and which means that scouting is going to be important for the early game. And we see that the Overlord is of course scouting the right way because, well, it's Jaedong, he always scouts the right way. Yeah, for some reason he has a very high percentage of scouting the right way, and yeah, in tournaments, well, in live tournaments, you could say that it might be, well, it might be cheating. Here of course there's no such thing as cheating because nobody's watching these games live except for the people that are actually in this game, but even they get a delay, I think, because yeah, it would be unfair otherwise if you could see what the, well, if you could watch a stream and see what your opponent is doing while you're playing. Yeah, that would not be good. So there's probably delay on that. I'm not actually sure how Dreamhack does this. These are still, no, I don't know. I don't know whether these are preliminary rounds, so I'm not even going to touch that. Anyway, this is game 2. If you didn't see game 1, then yeah, you have been spoiled already because the score is over here. It is 1-0 for Jaedong. So Jaedong won game 1, and even if this he wins this one as well, I'm going to put up a game 3. So just so you know. Game 3 will then be an anti-spoiler video. I know some of you really like the fact that I put those up, and others don't really care because they just start at the back and just go game 3 into game 2 into game 1, or even just game 3. I see a lot of people that just go game 3 and just don't care about the rest of the match. I don't really understand that because game 3 is not by definition a better game than the other ones. So most of the time, in fact, game 1 or 2 are better because that is when people do crazy crap, and game 3 is normally played very cautiously just to make sure that they don't lose to stupid strategies. Sorry, there's something in the air today that's making me cough, and yeah, it's really bad, but anyway. So we are going to yeah, just build up the normal way. We already had a fast expansion over here, we have a fast expansion over here, and we have some Marines coming out. Pretty much the standard setup. There's not a whole lot of well, variation in this early game because, well, as I said, they don't want to lose to stupid strategies, and you only have game 1 to try out a stupid strategy basically. Game 2 is, well, in this case for Jaedong can still be a stupid strategy, but for Taeja, yeah, he needs to make sure that he doesn't lose this one, because if he loses this one, he's out. I don't know if he's out of the tournament, I don't know where we are in the tournament, but I'm guessing this is group stages. But anyhow, yeah, you don't want to lose to, well, because you're doing something that you haven't done before. Although sometimes we see people being very, yeah, very strange with those strategies because they anticipate that their opponent is not going to, well, understand what's going on, and then they win because of that. So they do try it out against, of course, teammates and such, but yeah, they will not practice that in tournaments before actually doing it in a, well, in an important round. So yeah, here we just see the standard approach, which is walling off the entire front of the base, and yeah, that is quite good here because you have 2 bases behind this, and he's actually going to fly this one over here. No, this would be very risky. Well, I guess this would be a safer safer bet because most likely it will not get scouted by the Terran player. Wow, he's just going to break in. Holy crap, this is like bronze level tactics, man. So yeah, as I said, the Zerg player can still do some stupid strategies, and he actually makes it work quite easily. Just a very, very silly strategy, because, well, it still works. I'm not saying that. It is just that if the Terran player had a second line of defense, or even had invested a little bit more in his factories, he would have had the Hellions out, and this would have done exactly nothing except pick off like 3 buildings in the front. 2 actually. 2 buildings in the front. And it wouldn't have done anything else, but because he was like, well, I don't really care. I'm just going to go in and see what happens and suicide in with my Zerglings and Banelings. And yeah, it really worked out. So anyway, well done. So that was a 2-0 then. Yeah, game 3 will be an anti-spoiler game now. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!